Good morning, you guys. Today is a very early day for me. The sun just came up and I got to watch it as I was driving to work, which usually I don't prefer, but today it was just beautiful. It was peaceful. Yeah, I liked it. So maybe I am becoming a morning person. Who knew? Anyway, so much to talk about in this video. I don't even know where to start. I think what I will do, I will take each subject as they came to me and we'll discuss them in chronological order, if that makes any sense at all. Okay, so let's see what time I've got like 15 minutes before I have to be into the job, so I didn't know how long it was going to take me to get where I was going, so I left a little bit earlier than I needed to, just to give myself a little wiggle room. And it worked out great because now I can talk to you all. All right, so let's go back to, you guys knew that my one son, Ryan, had moved to Tennessee with his family, and I had visited, and we were considering retiring, moving to Tennessee and retiring. All right, that was the original plan. However, my oldest son, Raymond, who is a worship pastor currently, he has felt for a long time that God was calling him into more as a senior pastor and calling him away from being a worship pastor into a senior pastor position. So he had been praying about it. Long story short, a church reached out to him and offered him an incredible position as a senior pastor. Well, here's the catch. It is in a totally different state. It is not in Tennessee. It is not in California. It is in Illinois. So anyway, it's just been, my heart has just been felt like it's being ripped out of my chest. I felt so sad because I'm thinking, I don't know what I'm going to do. I have a kid in every state, I've got one in Arizona, I've got one in Seattle, I've got one in Tennessee, and now one in Illinois, and I'm in California. That's 5 different states. And I just felt like miserable because, let's face it, my days are numbered. And I know that. That's okay. I'm happy with that knowledge that my days could be numbered. But then again, so could all you guys's. Nobody knows. No one is promised tomorrow. And not to be death and doom, but it is the truth. Car accident, slipping in the shower, brain aneurysm. I mean, the list goes on. It's so cheery to talk about, too. Anyway, yeah, so my husband and I were just like, what are we going to do? So we came up with a plan. A little bit crazy, but we're going to do it. We are selling our house. And we are, okay, each son wants us to live near them and be a part of their lives. Originally, Tennessee is where we definitely want to, retire, and that is that's where our preference, we wanted to be. And my sister's moving there too, so that was really cool. But now my other son wants us to move there and help with his church. So, yeah, I mean, just, I've been just like, pulled back and forth. And of course the boys are like, you guys do whatever's best for you, Mom. I mean, they're not like mad or anything like that. So anyway, we started looking for houses and we decided that we are buying a small house in Illinois and a larger, more permanent home in Tennessee. The prices are amazing. I mean, compared to California. So we will be able to sell our house and pay cash for both of those homes. The good news is, my oldest son's town is only 6.5 hours driving to my son Ryan in Tennessee. So that is not bad at all. So what we are going to do, I'm going to go back to working video relay from home, and I will work 4 days a week, and then actually probably less because we won't have a mortgage, we won't have any bills, everything's cheaper there, so won't have to work as hard, which is going to be so amazing. Anyway, we're going to spend the front half of the week in Tennessee with one son, help with homeschooling, go to the kids' events, just enjoy life. And then on the weekends, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we are driving to Illinois, to the small town where my son is a pastor, and we will help him with his church. We will go to church as a family, have dinner afterwards, and then drive home on Sunday night, and start the week all over again. And people are like, oh, why would you want to drive that? Well, guess what? I drive that every day. I drive 6 to 8 hours every day in California traffic. So, it's going to be a breeze compared to what I do now. So, yeah, that is what's going on. The rights are all moving. So we are getting Raymond and Aaron, them all ready to sell. And oh, there's another thing. Our granddaughter Olivia, her adoption will be final October 16th. They are signing the papers. So right after that, they'll put their house up for sale. And then on November 1st, we are putting our house up for sale. And we're going to get the heck out of California. So it's going to be pretty hectic and pretty crazy, but also pretty fun. I'm looking forward to it. Kind of a bittersweet thing, but it's okay. And my sister is also moving to Tennessee. So my sister and I will be flying back and forth to take care of my mom and dad. They have my other sister lives right by them, and will be with them, and they're at home. They have in-home care and everything, so they're not like, we don't have to do like the physical care for them, but emotional, just be there and make sure everything's going okay, and just spend time with them. So, yeah, so we'll be going back and forth to be with Mama and Daddy in the midst of all these things. But anyway, crazy, 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 crazy. A lot of good going on, a lot of crazy going on, but I just feel like I cannot choose. I can't choose between children, and I want to do both, and God has blessed us with the financial means to do both. So it's like, you know what? Why, I've never done anything out of the box in my life. Other than this YouTube channel. So it's like, I just feel like it's time to do something a little bit nuts. And that's what we're doing. So that is the first thing that is going on. And part 2 will have to come a little bit later because it's time for me to get into work. Catch you guys in a bit. Hi guys. Oh my goodness. I don't even know where to start. I hope you guys caught my last video where I gave you guys the news that my scans were still clear and everything looked good. The spot on my lung, they're still watching. Nothing new there. So if you haven't caught that video, then I'm going to put a link up here and you can go and click on that at the end of this video and backtrack and find out what I just told you the results, but you can get it more in detail if you click on the link in the corner here. Anyway, okay, yes, I'm pointing to you guys with my Chanel lip gloss. It's the color at the end, and then there's gloss at this end. I mean, it's so, I love it. I love it. Okay, anyway, I got a new color, and I thought it was really pretty, so I thought I'd show you. Bentley is barking because he thinks that he should be able to come in with Mama every time she films. Anyway, there is so much to talk about, and I don't even know where to start. Other than the results, you guys know that we are moving. We are moving to Tennessee and to Illinois. I know when I say it, I'm just like, what the heck? I'm just like, what are we doing? But, you know, it's an adventure, and it is what we feel like we can handle right now. So, yeah, my son Raymond got a senior pastor's position at a church in Illinois, a little tiny town. It is adorable. It looks like the town, if you guys watch Gilmore Girls at all, the town Stars Hollow, it looks exactly like that. Anyway, it is the perfect town for him to be taking on his new role as senior pastor. So they are excited to have him. We are excited to support him. Of course, he will be taking my grandbabies with him, and you know how I feel about my family. And my husband and I were just like, well, what are we going to do? And I'm like, okay, well, Ryan and Cherish are in Tennessee, and we've already been planning on moving to Tennessee when we retire. And then Ray and Aaron are in Illinois. But the good news is it's only a 6-hour drive from one child to the next. And we're like, hey, wait a minute. Why are we here in California when we absolutely hate California right now? The prices of everything are so high. I don't believe in anything that California stands for anymore. I'm just over it. Gas prices are too high. House prices are too high. Everything is just too high. So, my husband and I are like, why are we waiting until we retire? I mean, why don't we go now? So that's what we are doing. But anyway, things got a little bit fast-tracked because my husband is a realtor, and he is a dang good one. He has survived in this business for, oh my goodness, over 20 years now. And before that, he was a cop. And then when he got hurt as a police officer, he retired early and became a realtor. So anyway, a little backstory there. So he's really good at what he does. And anyway, right now is the best time to sell because prices are going to be crashing in the near future. At least that's what the realtor gods are saying. So for us to get the worth out of our house and be able to use our equity to repurchase new houses, then we need to do it now. So, in 2 weeks, our house goes up for sale. If you guys have been following me for a while, you will know that just 2 years ago, this last December, we moved into this house. I mean, I just barely got it decorated. I just barely got the guest room done and the yard in the back finished, all the pool equipment and the everything just completely finished. And now we're moving. But you know, that's okay. You never know where God is going to lead you, do you? So yeah, so that is happening. So right now my entire house is upside down because we are going through things and we're trying to minimize as much as possible because we have decided to get a pod. And for those of you who don't know what a pod is this big container that they drop off at your house, and then you put all your stuff in it, seal it up, and then they pick it up and they take it to wherever you're moving to. And then all you have to do is fly there, drive there, however you're going to get there. We are going to have to drive our car there because, you know, we are not going to ship the car. My kids are shipping 2 of their cars, which, because they both have electric cars, as we do as well. And so it's going to take a long time to get from here to Tennessee with an electric car. I think we counted like, I don't know, like 11 charges or something, which is not really that bad. I mean, we'd have to stop and get gas anyway if we had a gas car. But anyway, that. So anyway, they pick it up and they drop it off and you get your stuff out and boom. So we are trying to get it down to the smallest pod because it is cheaper to repurchase things there rather than to pay all the money to take it with you there. So yeah. Anyway, so we're going through things, partying with some stuff, keeping some stuff, having a yard sale. On Saturday, the kids are having a yard sale. And then I'm going to take all my stuff over to their house, put some stuff on Facebook Market, and, you know, just getting done what we need to do. So that has been happening. But in the midst of all of this, I'm telling you guys, it has been an emotional roller coaster. It's just been like this. This last 2 weeks has been, I want to say, just the most, I don't know, it's just very emotional. So first off, was my scans, the waiting for it and all that. And then I came out with shingles. And I had shingles all like on my neck and chest and down the side, and I was miserable. So that was no fun. Well, then my scans came back, everything was good, I'm really happy, and then we started focusing on the move. Then we realized that we need to move right away. Well, in the midst of all this, a dear, dear, dear friends of ours, a family that we have been going to church with for over 20 years, their son passed away. He was 35 years old. And it just was like, it's just been really hard. It's hard because you don't want to see any of your friends suffer, number one. But number two, if you've lost a child and then you watch someone else going through it, you know what they're feeling. And it's just heart-wrenching. It just really is. So that happened. So there was a lot of emotions with that. Yeah, for those of you who have not been following me for a while, my husband and I lost a son at age 7, Michael, and it was the most, I can't even go into it. It was the worst loss, the biggest loss of our lives, definitely. So anyway, it just kind of affects us more than just the person who has just never experienced it, you know. So anyway, that happened. Well, then just going through things and knowing that we're going to be leaving a place that I've lived my whole life, and saying goodbye to friends and work. Now the good news is the job that I had right before I just got hired at the company that I work for now, and that I go out into the community and do the work. I worked for a company called Purple Video Relay Services for 12 years prior to that. And then before that, I worked for the courts. And anyway, just, let's see, in August, the company that I'd worked for went down, closed everything up in California. But they didn't go under, they just closed operations in California. but they are still running all over the rest of the world. So in Tennessee, they offered me my job back. So I will be going back to the job that I had before I had this one. It's all interpreting. I mean, nothing really, just where you do it and how you do it, you know. Now I'll be going back to working at home in front of a camera every day and saying, "Hi, this is Interpreter 4416. May I connect you to your caller?" That'll be me again. So yeah, that'll be, you know, interesting. I have missed it. I have to say I've missed it a lot. So I'm excited about that part too. My husband will be continuing with his job. He's getting his license in Tennessee, Illinois. He's already got it in California, in Arizona, and he wants to get it, I think, in Kentucky. Because if you guys don't know geography or, you know, where everything's at, but Tennessee is like this long strip of state, and along the long strip of a state, there's all these different states. There's Atlanta, Georgia. There's Georgia, Kentucky, Illinois. I mean, you name it. Tennessee touches just about every border of, you know, all the, yeah. So anyway, my husband will be continuing with his job the same as usual. Yeah, my parents, now I had not wanted to leave until my parents were, let's say, as my mom says, moved on to glory. But my mother, she had a heart-to-heart, and she said that please don't. Just do it while you can. You are not promised tomorrow with your health and the statistics and all that good stuff, and just nobody is promised tomorrow. We don't know what is going to happen. We don't know that we have tomorrow. Not to be a doomsday person, but that is the truth. You know, you could slip in the shower, you could get in a car accident, you could have a brain aneurysm. I mean, the list goes on, people. So no, you are not promised tomorrow. So because of that, my mom is like, please just go. Do it now while you can. Just come back a lot and visit me. So my little sister will be here with my parents. My second sister is also moving to Tennessee, but she's not going to move for another year. But she will be moving close to us. So anyway, a lot of things going on, but it's really going to be hard to leave my mommy. Even though we are going to fly back, my sister and I, she's building a house in Tennessee, so she flies back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So frequent flyer miles, here I come. Yeah, because I don't want to miss any time with them, my mom and my dad. So anyway, but it's been a lot of tears on my end. I have an incredible parent. I have incredible parents, and it's just, you know, I've always lived like 5 minutes away from them my entire life. So I don't know. This is the first time I will be separated from them as an adult. So there's that. Then, on top of all of that, I went to my general practitioner, and I had to go in because he wanted to update my medications, and he hadn't seen me in a long time, blah, blah, blah. Went in, and he did blood work, and I'm like, oh, I don't need blood work. I just had it done at the oncologist. And he goes, no, she doesn't check cholesterol and all this different stuff. Okay, anyway. A while back, I don't know if you guys remember, but I was having some chest pain, and the doctor at the time said that he thought that it was muscle cramping from my mastectomy. And so I figured I wasn't dead, and the pain stopped. It kind of comes and goes here and there, but I can breathe. I mean, it doesn't, my arms feel fine. Anyway, it doesn't feel like a heart attack is what I'm saying. So anyway, the doctor's like, yeah, let's just go ahead and check your, I don't know, heart enzymes, whatever whatever, he named them off. I don't know. It started with a T. Tolan, I don't know. Something. You guys would probably know better than I would. Anyway, so he checked my cholesterol, he checked my iron, checked my thyroid, all the different stuff, you know, that they do. Anyway, my thyroid was fine. My cholesterol was skyrocketed, you guys. Never had high, you know, cholesterol ever. I don't eat meat. I don't eat eggs. I have cheese once in a great while. I don't eat packaged foods. I mean, it's just like there should be no reason why it's high. All right. And I just lost 60 pounds. So over the last 2 years, I lost 60 pounds. So if anything, it should be going down. So anyway, the doctor was concerned about that. Then he checked my heart stuff, and I was showing that I had heart damage. The enzymes, or the marker that shows that you could possibly have some heart issues. So ordered an echocardiogram, and the echocardiogram shows that my heart is enlarged. Now, this is not the first time that this has happened. It has been enlarged for a while, and they had started me on, first they put me on Coumadin, and then they changed me to warfarin, which is a blood thinner that makes your blood flow easier around the heart to make it pump easier, and then they'll check it again in a couple months. But he called and he's like, I need you to go to the emergency room right now, Jody. And I'm like, why? My scans were clean. I'm good. You know, I everything's fine. And he's like, no, I think you had a heart attack. And I was like, what? I mean, it just was like not even in my thoughts at all. I mean, I just was like totally thrown off by it. Anyway, that another roller coaster, another up and down in the midst of all of this stuff. So, yeah, a lot of stuff has been happening. I'll keep you posted on the heart situation. I know the doctor had told me before that radiation, because I had big time radiation in this area, and it does damage the heart muscles. It weakens it, and also chemotherapy can do the same thing. And yeah, it just is what it is. So that happened. And then, of course, the last 5 days, if you guys have been watching the news, the attack on Israel has just cut me to the core. We've been praying and praying and praying for the whole situation. So that has been, you know, I watch it for a while, and then I have to turn it off and just put like something different on, because I just can't. I can't keep watching it. I internalize it, and I just, you know, yeah, it definitely brings me to my knees. So that is for doggone sure. So anyway, now tonight we are going to church, and there's a special prayer service for Israel and a worship service. So we're going to pick up my granddaughter, my grandson, and my granddaughter's friend, because I guess she didn't have a ride to church or something, so we're going to swing by and get her, and we're going to go to church, and I will take you guys with me for that. But yeah, it's just been a lot going on. So if you guys pray and you believe in the power of prayer, then I encourage you to pray for us, because this is a big undertaking. Even though it's a happy one, it's exciting, you know, it is a big thing. So anyway, all right. In the comments, I would appreciate if you guys could drop me just a comment about what's going on with you guys. I read the comments. I read them all. Yeah, and if there's anything that you need prayer for, please drop in the comments because I will be praying for you guys. All right, and I think I'm going to end the vlog here. I might take you to church with me and stuff, but I think I'm going to end it, say goodbye now, and I will see you guys in a few days with a new vlog. You guys get to go house hunting with me in a different state. That will be a little bit interesting. 2 houses in 2 different states. We found the house we want in Illinois. It is adorable. For anybody who knows history, I'm a huge history buff. There were these houses back in the 1920s, 1930s, and maybe a little before. They were called Sears houses. People would order them from catalogs, the Sears catalog. I mean, just like now we can do that online and stuff, but back then that was a big deal. Anyway, these houses are only very few left, and we found one, and I really, really, really like it. So hopefully we'll be putting a bid on that soon, and that will be house 1. Now house 2 will be in Tennessee, and we're still looking. So anyway, I'm gonna say goodbye, you guys, and go get ready for church. Thank you so much for watching. Anything that you want to know about anything in my videos, oh, the Chanel color that I'm wearing, I can't see it without my glasses, but I will drop it in the link below and put a discount code for it. I love it. All right, yeah, that's it. All right, you guys, I will catch you in the next one.
time.